Hey everybody out there and make your own TV land. It's Lonely Trans Girl out for a rip on my beautiful Masami. I haven't been on this boy in months and holy shit does he feel really good between my legs. What an amazing bike. I missed him a lot. Uh-oh. Pesticide! I guess pesticide exposure is a downside of riding a motorcycle in the Okanagan in springtime. But look at all the upsides. It's freaking gorgeous out here, man. All the trees blossoming and shit. Go this way. So yeah, I just got Masami serviced last week at a new shop. I'm not incredibly confident taking him to Honda anymore. I think the mechanics there are pretty good. I think the service advisors are fairly good. I'm not sure their parts department knows what the hell they're doing or how to order the right parts for the right bike. Because, yeah, I've had the wrong parts put on a couple times and it's not a fun experience. Because I usually find out when I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I took it down to a new shop just in my neighborhood on KLO Road, and it's called Kelowna Motorcycle Shop. And the guy there, the main guy, little cute little puppies. And so yeah, the main guy at Kelowna Motorcycle Shop, his name is Levi, and he has another journeyman. So I can't remember his name right now, but I did meet him. So it's the two of them that do most of the stuff. He doesn't really have any apprentices, so it's all very knowledgeable, highly trained mechanics. And he was super friendly, seems super knowledgeable and really thorough. And that's what I need, is someone who is going to care about my bike nearly as much as I do. Right? So I feel really good about him. He says he offers cheaper rates than the other guys, but it's still expensive. Motorcycle maintenance is expensive. The hourly rate, shop rate, is high. It's a skill that takes a lot of training and a lot of time and a lot of energy to learn. So, and you need to do it right. So there's a high level of stress involved in it, which is part of the reason I don't enjoy doing it myself, because I don't trust myself not to fuck something up. And out here, if you fuck something up, it could be really bad. In a car, you're just going to pull off the road and call BCAA. But on a bike, it could ruin your day. It could ruin your season. It could ruin your fucking life, honestly. So it's really important. So I don't mind paying the price, and I think it was fair. And I'm super happy to support a small local mechanic in a really cool shop in my neighborhood. I've never had a motorcycle mechanic in our neighborhood. And this shop's been around since the dinosaurs, like as long as I can remember. But it was always mostly geared towards small British cars. And there was always a lot of like half-built small British cars piled up in the in the road. The building just was like dirty and gross, and I've never been inside it, but Levi and his crew have done a great job with it, and it looks really nice, and it's clean. And it's organized, and I think you can get a fairly decent gauge of how a shop runs by how it's kept. It's fabulous. And yeah, he checked everything out. Said everything looks good, even my chain and sprockets from last summer. He said they're still fine, they're no problem. So that feels good. That feels really good. And got them all serviced, did a full inspection. So Masami is good to go. Big fluffies. And so I was just taking him for a little shakedown run today. So if you like to, you can join me. Blah! Big trucks turning left. I don't know why they have to start their turn so early. It scares the shit out of me. But I'm just going to take him on a little loop around Oyama. It's nothing I've never been on before or that you've never seen before, because I've videotaped it before. So I'm not sure how much I'll tape or how much you want to see, but if you're interested in seeing Masami's 2026 Shakedown trip, let's go! It sure feels good to get back on this bike again. What a fun machine. It's honestly way more fun than it should be given its spec sheet. But I think riding the TW all winter is just like, man, like it's like double the power and like double the size and weight. Like it feels like a real substantial motorcycle when it's like really like kind of a budget road bike. And yeah, that's probably much what I'm going to use it for now, is more for on-road tours and long distance trips. I did toy around maybe with the idea of selling it over the winter, but I don't know, man. There's still places I want to go that are far away, and the TW is not great for that. Like maybe one day when time isn't an issue, I can figure out how to get to some really cool places on the back roads, but like gravel trails and shit. But you know, like I'm gonna need a month or two to get to where I want to go, whereas you know, this guy, I can take the road and I can get there in a couple days, a few days. Go down here because this is a really pretty strip. I haven't been down in a while. So yeah, I haven't really changed anything on Masami for this year. I did raise this little windscreen I had. There's like a high and low setting that you have to unbolt and remount. But I did that and it moved it up an inch or so maybe. And I'm gonna see if that helps with the wind noise with the new Mic 3 and this adjusted. And it seems like my comm bubble is right where my face is. So I actually think, so I didn't really get any buffeting with it in the lower position, but I think the wind was hitting my chin, my visor, and it was making the inside of the helmet quite noisy. Even though I've noticed it does still hit the sides of my helmet, it's not a really massive windscreen. So I think it feels louder to my ears, even if this might end up being quieter for the microphone. And let's be honest, you guys are more important. I just wanted it to sound good, right? Nothing worse than a video with just terrible audio. So yeah, there's a highway section up here on the way to Oyama that I have to hop onto. So we'll check that out, because that's about, I think the loose interpretation is about 100 kilometers an hour. See what that sounds like. But yeah, it should be a pretty interesting riding season with like both of these bikes and being able to use them for the different purposes. Because for reals, they were designed for different uses. That's how I was trying to explain it to my mom. I was like, it's like you wouldn't take a hike in a pair of roller skates, and you wouldn't go roller skating in a pair of hiking boots. But no one's going to call you extravagant for owning a pair of each and using them for the purpose they're intended. And that's kind of my philosophy with these motorcycles now. It's like that unicorn bike is just, it doesn't exist. It's either not going to be comfortable on a long trip, or it's not going to be great off-road. I know they're really trying to nail that down, and I just don't think they have. Everything I've seen is it's still, to get a comfortable highway bike, it just makes it too heavy to ride off-road and make that fun. Whereas my little TW is so much fun off-road, like it's like a bicycle I don't have to pedal, and it's just like it just makes you feel so capable. Because the bike is capable, and it's light, and it's easy, and it's simple. And this one is just so good on stuff like this. It's just so comfortable. And it's got enough power for me. Like, it's enough to get me going and to enjoy the twisties, but not enough to get me in trouble or in danger, I don't think. So yeah, I think it's a really good combination. And then, like I said, when I jump from the TW to this thing, I'm like, holy crap! What a monster machine! I mean, you know, it's 300 cc's more than the D-Dub, so it's not nothing. That'd be like going from this to an 800. That's probably a pretty substantial boost. I do have a couple things swirling in my shopping cart. I'm really trying to be better. Man, I look forward to riding a bike all winter. It's like I just can't help myself. In there as a couple new visors. This visor's getting really scratched up. And I got that silver tinted one from Dragon Motorsport last year, but it's already scratched. And I literally used it for one season, whereas at least this one's like 3 years old. So I have one of each in my shopping cart, but they're actually from the manufacturer, like they're actual LS2 visors. I think that will be better, but they're also $20 more than the Dragon Motorsports ones were. But honestly, I think that's worth it if they last 3 times as long. I'm not sure. I have a problem where the visor, when I open it up all the way, hits the peak on my helmet, and that's what's scratching it up. And I'm not sure what to do with that, because I put a camera mount on the top so I can't tilt the visor back any further. And I don't really want to, because then it starts catching the wind and like pulls your head back. Yeah, I'm not sure. I try not to open it all the way anymore, but sometimes that just happens. Maybe I can stick some foamies up there or something. I'll figure it out. But I do like the tinted visor when I'm out road riding. I don't really like it for off-road, but the T-dub's pretty slow, so I can pretty much ride with the visor up and just my glasses on, and it's not like I'm battling roost or anything like that from other riders, so it doesn't seem to be too big of a deal. But we shall see. And then the other thing in there is like a Alpenstar's Under Armour mesh jacket thing, like that you're just supposed to wear like under your jacket or under a jersey. And I think for off-roading on the T-dub when it's really hot, that'll be nice for airflow. And then I can use it out here, but like take the armor out of my like Marrakesh jacket and stuff, because it's a heavy jacket with all that armor in it. I could take that out. Maybe it wouldn't feel so heavy on my body. And then, you know, if you get to a trail, you can just take the jacket off and stuff it, and you're still protected. And it does have like a chest protector, which I've never had in a jacket before, so I don't know. It seems like it could be an improvement to my comfort and my safety, but maybe I'm just convincing myself to spend money I don't really need to. I'd really like to have an airbag vest, but oh my god, I don't think I earn enough money for that. I'm not valuable enough to society for an airbag vest yet. But those look really cool. But I was looking at them on Fortnite, and it's like a lot of the comments were saying that nobody knows where to get like canisters to inflate them. So after it goes off, you're like, well, now what do I do with it? Like, I can't buy a replacement canister. So I don't know, man. $1,300 for a vest you can use once. Like, that one time may be pretty awesome for you. But I don't know. I know that if I was in a wreck and I broke my ribs and fractured my neck, I'd be like, man, $1,300 is fucking nothing. But when it will literally drain your bank account and take every bit of your tax refund, I don't know, man. It's a lot, because I still have other things I need to work on. I gotta service my car. I just serviced Masami. I don't think he needs new tires or anything yet for this year, so we should be okay. But yeah, I was trying to build up some savings, but terrible. I'm terrible. But I remember riding this bike with this jacket. I took like some back logging roads from Grand Forks up to by around Revelstoke area. to a campground up there, and it was so hot and so dusty and so uncomfortable. It was like I was wearing a garbage bag. And I really didn't enjoy that, which is why I got the Marrakesh jacket. But like I said, it still feels really heavy and almost feels heavier than this jacket for some reason. And that might be down to the armor I put in for the back plate and stuff. So maybe that will make it thinner and more breezy. And then when I'm like just off-roading it on the T-dub, like I can just wear like a shirt or a sweater over top of that and get a lot of airflow going through. So that's something I'm really considering. But all in all, that little shopping cart's like $400. So like fuck. Like it takes so long to earn this shit, man. And it goes so bloody fast. It's not fair. This a better suspension than the T-dub. Here comes that highway part. I have to think of something to say because I think I've said everything I need to say. But just driving down the highway without saying anything isn't going to tell you if the microphone works, does it? Here we go! Oh, Masami! Alright, well, we're passing this shed right now that looks like an old shed from old shed people that used to live in the area and build old sheds. Fuck, I'd take it. It looks pretty nice, actually. I really like this grove of trees. I guess it's a windbreak for the farm, maybe? But that's really pretty. And then it pops out onto Wood Lake. I actually drive this road every day now because I took a position in Vernon. This commute is a pig. And it's costing me a lot more in gasoline and car maintenance. Which is like, you know, another thing, trying to save money, and I want to buy motorcycle things, but I'm buying tires and gasoline and oil changes on my car way more frequently now. And, I'm really struggling with that. Like, I don't feel I should have to pay that much money to go to work. that seems dumb to me. So, I'm actually thinking I'm gonna come back to town and try my hat at letter carrying again. Get a day shift and maybe join some groups or clubs and try to meet some people and move on with my life. I've been hiding on night shift since I came out. Yeah, I've just been seeing a new therapist. He's been talking about fear and living in fear and letting fear make my decisions, right? Like, and the way I see it, I haven't really talked to him about it, but the way I've been thinking about it is, if I'm able to make a change, like I have enough seniority and I have the opportunity to put in a transfer and go somewhere else and do something different and have a more normal life and not struggle so much with this work-life balance thing that I'm bitching about constantly. Like, if I have the opportunity to change that and I don't, then aren't I choosing the night shift? Like, aren't I that's a choice I'm making if I have the ability to get out of it and I don't. So, I mean, I know it's tough work and I did struggle with it a bit with injuries and stuff the last time I tried it, but everyone's got a truck now, and truck deliveries are something I've been doing since I was a kid. Like, and I've worked for Napa, I worked for Big Brothers, I did beer deliveries. Like, driving around and dropping shit off is no problem to me, and a lot of the carriers now are upset because they're out on the road longer and they're sorting less and their routes are longer, but actually that's the part I enjoyed, was getting out on the road and doing the deliveries, sorting mail. I've had enough. I honestly had enough of that. I'm so burnt out on sorting fucking mail that I just want to get in a car and take it around and have daytime and be able to do shit after work. And not have such messed up sleep. Like last night I went to bed by like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And I woke up at like 3:30 this morning. And I just didn't go back to bed. So it's a bit of a mess. And it's not the healthiest for you physically, and then mentally it's very isolating. So, like I said, I'm able to decide not to do that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, right? So I don't want to be an insane person. But holy crowley, does it ever feel good to be out riding and not feel cold? It's almost too warm in this jacket, because this jacket does not breathe at all. But it keeps you dry when it's raining, which feels really good. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that highway footage sounds. It's not like I record a lot when I'm on the highway, but honestly, a lot of the places that you want to go to are highway kilometers. So sometimes you don't got much of a choice in that. And if I go up to Atlin this year, it's all the Cassiar Highway. This is the route I'm planning on taking. Because, like I said, I'm not entirely sure I want to use this bike in an off-road capacity anymore. And even though there's a lot of cool shortcuts in the Caribou, I'm not sure. I've always struggled with that choice on this big bike, and it's still there. I still worry about it. So mostly it'd just be the road. I do plan, if all that works out, I do plan on spending some time in Carcross just to check out the desert there. I don't think I'm going to take this boy like deep into the dunes, but I might stop there for lunch or something, or hang out, or just watch people ride their dirt bikes around. So that'd be cool. Big old desert in northern BC, like how awesome is that? Yeah, I like to see all that crap. And then who knows, like I'm pretty sure I can get almost the whole way out to the Caribou on dirt roads on my T-Dub. So I don't know if I have enough holidays to pull all that together this summer, but that is something I definitely want to do. I do believe I'm going to try and take the T-Cat to the Kootenays this summer on my TW. See how that goes. But yeah, it should be a pretty fun season. All those different things that I've always wanted to ride, like I can actually accomplish now. I don't know what's so intriguing about this horse pasture, but I just love it. Cow pasture, I guess. Sorry guys, cow pasture. But yeah, I don't know, I just love it. I know it's full of cow shit and geese and swampy, muddy water and poop. It just looks cool. I like it. Yeah, that's right. They repaved this road too. I wonder if they repaved the other section as well. So yeah, this road used to be just a nasty piece of crap. And even the repave is not the smoothest road, so it was pretty messed up. This is way, way better. I guess they didn't repave this part, but this one wasn't as bad. But this is so much fun. Holy fuck. Whee! What the fuck, bro? Man, dudes with trucks, they can't fucking drive, man. I swear to God. You need to buy a fucking moped or something, man. Damn. Like, if you need to buy a vehicle that big because you're worried about getting in accidents too much and you want to feel safe, maybe go to driving school. Well, I don't know. Saw a video about a nightmare scenario that's coming into play, at least in the US. I don't know about regulations elsewhere, but I'm pretty sure that's where this video is from. But it's talking, like, starting in 2027, your car's gonna have, like, telematics and shit, and like cameras watching you and like to monitor your heart rate, and like if you're too panicked it won't start the car or let you drive. Like, holy fucking fuck, bro. Like like seriously? Yeah, Masami, you and I are staying together forever. There's no way I want that fucking shit, man. I'm never buying another car again if that's the way it is. I thought my 2024 was too technical with all this weird nanny bullshit. You're kidding me, right? My car is going to tell me whether it's okay for me to drive it? Like, who's this fucking car work for, man? Like, what the hell? Like, one of the scenarios it brought up in these videos was like, one guy was like, oh, like, what if you're working on a ranch and you hurt yourself? And you jump in your truck to go get medical attention, and it's like, well, your heart rate's up through the roof and your eyeballs are too wide and you're sweating profusely and you just look too nervous. We're not going to let you drive the car. Well, then you just bleed out and die in the fucking field. Cool. That's cool. Way to keep me safe. And then another scenario was like, what if someone's like planning on attacking a woman in a parking lot and she's terrified and she runs to her car and gets in and goes to drive away and the car won't fucking start. Ah, no, man, you're too anxious to drive. Well, yeah, I'm anxious as a dude gonna fucking rape me running up behind me in the parking lot. Like, who wouldn't be afraid at that point, right? So then all he has to do is smash the window and drag her out of the fucking car. She's dead. What? How is this helping anyone? Like, all it does is help people mine your data, sell your shit, make more money, and just be more greedy and fucking gross. This world is turning me off in such a big way. Like, look at all this fucking beautiful shit that we can experience on a daily basis. And, like, we're just micromanaged and data mined and fucking gouged and prodded and fucking played constantly, and it's so disturbing. Like, all y'all billionaires and bigwigs just need to fuck off. Like, gross. There should be no such a freaking thing, man. There should be government regulation on industry and business, and there should be a tax bracket high enough that there's no such fucking thing as a billionaire. No one person needs that much wealth, man. Like, fuck, look at this. Like, just sitting on this cheap bike in this free road, riding and looking at this free view. Like, I feel wealthy. Like, what do I need $1 billion in my pocket for to enjoy this? I don't like this timeline we're living in, man. It's too weird. I don't know if I should include that rant. This rant is not endorsed. Man, you can smell the lilacs when you drive by. I'm like, oh, fuck, I love that smell. Man, springtime is the shit. Hasta la vista, winter. There's a boat. Somebody's boat's upside down. But yeah, I hope we can get up to Atlin this year, buddy. I think we made it about halfway last year. It's more than 5,000 kilometers there and back. And I think we went about 2,700 last summer. But yeah, I think that's a growth thing I've learned from doing this is, like, I haven't really pre-booked anything since that trip I took. That guys. And I can't remember if that was the one that I took the ferry down to Port Hardy, or if it was a different one. I think that was that one. Oh, that's pretty awesome, actually. If I've taken so many trips that I don't remember which one happened for what. That makes me that makes me smile in a way. But yeah, and I went and I had all my campgrounds booked and shit, and I got lost in a detour from construction, and I ended up on the wrong side of Vancouver Island, way far away from my campground. And yeah, I remember ended up riding for like 12 hours that day or something, and ended up sleeping in my gear at the Victoria Ferry Terminal. And you know what, like, I came away from that being like, that was fine. Honestly, like, if that's as bad as it's gonna get, that's not a big deal. Like, at the end of the day, if worse gets to absolute worst, I just park my bike and sleep in my gear, and it's okay. I'll be fine. I will survive. And yeah, that taught me something about over planning and booking, and because I was just out the money for that campground, like, and I couldn't get a refund. I couldn't phone them and cancel. Like, it was all, everything just happened, and it was way too late, and I was just, you know, I'm not going to say I wasn't stressing out a little bit, but like, everywhere I went, there was no vacancy, there's no openings, there's no room, there's nothing available. It's a weekend. It was a summer weekend on Vancouver Island, and it was just packed. But yeah, at the end of the day, I had a fine night. It was no problem. I was early in line for the ferry the next day. No worries. And then last year, it all worked out fine, even with the really shitty weather and having to book motels. Like, they've got it done, and it wasn't a problem. Like, so I don't know. The whole planning thing is like, I don't want to travel like that. I really prefer to just go and see what happens. And you'll find somewhere. Like, BC's huge. There's so much stuff here. There's so many places. Like, I would find somewhere, anywhere to catch a few Z's, right? Like, I think it's fine. I don't think anyone's going to complain if they see a motorcyclist sleeping on the side of the road for a while instead of getting in an accident. Having said that, when I did plot out like a route, you know, it's nothing hard and fast about it, but when I planned out like some points to Atland, I did it in a way because I like to kind of limit my riding to like no more than 6 hours a day, really. Like, I think that's plenty. And so that's kind of how I plan my routes, my days, is just kind of by distance and by how far I want to go. So so I just try to find a campground that's about 6 hours away, and that's just kind of how I plotted my route. So I do have planned places that I would like to stay, but instead, if they're full, or if I don't make it, or I make it further, then I'll just adapt. And I think that's the most beautiful part of these motorcycle trips, is just learning to adapt and be flexible. And maybe even find enjoyment in things that aren't necessarily enjoyable. What do they call that? Type 2 fun? If I could do this all day, every day for the rest of my good years, man, what a life. I'd even take a reduction in years. You know? Once the riding years are over, you can take me, Lord. Put me to work in the cloud factory. Pretty place we live in, eh? Wow. Wow. It's just an everyday road. Said I wasn't going to film much of this, and I pretty much filmed the whole thing. Okay, my battery will die at some point. I don't think I brought extras today. So. I didn't think I was going to record anything. But, it's been so long. It's been so long. It feels so long. I think the last time I took Masami out was September. But knowing that he's all good and clear and healthy and safe to ride, and just brings the excitement back for sure. I was a little nervous after last summer, but maybe he had more things wrong with him that I wasn't aware of, that even Honda didn't know that they've done. I love you, Masami. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But I am two-timing you with the younger, slimmer bike too. I'm sorry. I love him as well. Hey, I always thought I'd be best suited for a three-way relationship. But yeah, what a beautiful place. Like, people live here, dude. Like, that's your house. There's your patio furniture. There's your view. Wow. Pretty sweet. I thought that guy's boat was sinking too. I'm like, what's going on? All the boats are sinking. I don't know if a sailboat is a good option for Okanagan Lake. It is a big lake. I guess there's some wind out down here. But I don't know, I always see them either parked or using a little outboard. I don't seem to recall a lot of sailing boats sailing anywhere. And I've lived next to this lake for a very long time. But yeah, it's not something you see now that I think about it. Weird. I see a lot of sailboats, but I don't ever see any of them sailing. Things that make you go, look at those flowers. Oh, fuck, that's beautiful. As I drive into the lake. Ah! Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. The slow-mo tours are starting already. Did you see that flower down there, Martha? Maybe we should take a picture. Oh, this is the lame part about riding around Kelowna, is the fucking traffic, man. Like, duh. That means I'm gonna be behind these fucking morons. All the way down Glenmore, that sucks. Yeah, I know the speed limit says 80, but I really want to go 60. I got water. This is nasty, dude. I'm gonna pull over up here and let some of this traffic go by. This is like fucking redonkulous, bruh. This road's so busy. Gross. Gross. I think it's just gonna keep coming forever and ever and ever, too. Yeah. Traffic just keeps on coming. There we go. Oh, nope. More. Yeah, I don't know. I think Glenmore is a pretty road, and it's nice to check out, and it's kind of twisty. But I'll probably end it here. Oh fuck, RV, I'm going. Not being stuck behind that shit this early in the season. Anyway, thanks for joining, y'all. You have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you again next time. And about doing nothing in particular. Okay, bye. I love you.